The door swooshed open and in walked Patel, accompanied by Vice Admiral Pasalk, looking as stern as a Ferengi during a losing game of Dabo. Folks, it appears we're in for a legal showdown that could rival a Klingon opera complete with high-stakes negotiations and dramatic reveals. Now, this Vulcan Vice Admiral has a very punchable face.
He really does. They really hit the Joffrey Baratheon note when they cast him.
Yeah, they were really shooting for a guy you would not like right from the beginning with him. And one of the things I kind of dislike about Enterprise, and it seems like post-Enterprise Star Trek, is how smug and unlikable the Vulcans are. Yeah,
Enterprise really, in my own personal view, went a little too far with playing with the Vulcans and their portrayal of Vulcans during the 4 seasons of the show. I think they kind of portrayed them as these, like, it was like a conspiracy theorist, like the Vulcans are behind everything. Ooh.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't match up with anything else in any of the other series. The Vulcans are always, because we've seen when Vulcans get really mad what really happens, but people who value peace and neutrality of emotion and logical reasoning, and just a really, not an enlightened people, but a people trying to become enlightened,
Right.
It doesn't match.
It doesn't match Spock and Sarek in my view of things. Like, they seem off. Now, I know Enterprise was also trying to incorporate more of that there were Romulan agents still on Vulcan at the time, and at least I think, if I remember right, that was part of what they were kind of getting at, is that there were like Romulan sympathizers, and then the idea of logic extremists, which was an idea I thought was just terrible, but, nobody ran it by me. But
yeah. If only they would have consulted us, man.
Yeah.
They would have got it right.
Yeah. Or at least write her, All right. Act 1. Una couldn't believe her ears when she heard the prosecution's offer. 20 years of imprisonment for a little white lie on her application. It was a punishment that felt more Klingon than Starfleet. And Una was ready to raise her eyebrow higher than Spock's at this point. However, Counselor Cthulhu calmly reminded her that this draconian sentence was Starfleet's response to Una's rejection of the plea deal. As the trial got underway, the prosecution's first witness was none other than Admiral April. Ooh, you know what I haven't got to mention this season yet, Henry?
Yeah, what's up?
All the whiny, racist fanboy man babies that hate the idea that Admiral April could have been black.
Oh,
I forgot to talk about how what a bunch of just like yellow belly scum suckers those guys are. I forgot to mention that. I forgot to mention that this season.
I mean, it might go without saying, but until I listened to last season of Strange New Trek, everybody should go give a listen again. But I didn't actually know that they had Robert April in anything other than the books.
Yep. Yeah, he was in the
animated series. I didn't know that they had a little... Yeah, animated, but still, I didn't know they had any kind of portrayal of him outside of the books.
Yeah. I love how people are suddenly like, clinging to the idea that the animated series is somehow canon to the rest of the show, even though Robert April's race doesn't matter at all. And that was really a throwaway episode. And nobody ever worried about the canonicity of the animated series until this.
It's ridiculous. Sometimes people just pull out anything they can grab. It's like, let me go ahead and criticize a Star Wars holiday special.
Yeah, even though most of everybody was never meant to see that. I still try to remember if I saw that live or not, because like part of me thinks I did, but part of me thought I had a Boba Fett that had a rocket pack that launched the rocket, but those never actually made it out to the public.
Right.
Yeah. So I know my childhood memories aren't worth anything. There's no memories in there. All right, but so they bring in Admiral April, who was Una's sponsor at Starfleet Academy. Una couldn't help but see a glimmer of hope in this unexpected turn of events. However, Cthulhu, ever the legal strategist, was skeptical. She suspected that Vice Admiral Pasalk wouldn't call a friendly witness without some ulterior motive in mind. Una, brimming with enthusiasm, suggested Cthulhu should call her to the stand. She believed that her testimony could showcase an Illyrian excelling in Starfleet, potentially swaying the jury. But Catul, with the wisdom of a seasoned legal mind, countered that the prosecution would likely tear her down, exposing the very vulnerabilities they needed to avoid. Meanwhile, aboard the USS Enterprise, La'an played the role of welcoming committee, escorting Counselor Catul to Una's quarters, which would serve as her temporary base of operations for the case.